No, this is not clickbait. Matter of fact, I actually lived this. This was my experience. I decided I wanted to learn how to wheelie the bike that I had. It happened to be 1,000 cc's. I didn't choose it. Someone actually offered it to me. They was like, "Hey, I got a bike for sale. You want it?" I'm like, I'm not really looking for a bike. I'm having pretty good time riding my 250 CRF Honda, dirt bike. And then, I got a little bit older. Summertime came around, and then I was like, "Hey, you still got that ZX10?" And that's how I got my first sport bike, man. I wasn't looking for a bike. I wasn't in the market for one. It just kind of came to me, and I got on it. I was like, "Hey, it would be cool to wheelie it." I grew up riding on the track, riding dirt bikes and all that. But on the street, there's no jumps. Like, the only thing you can really do is go fast or pop some wheelies, either or. I decided after catching the speed wobble going at about like 130 or so, I was like, yeah, I'm done with the fast boy stuff, man. Let's see if we can pop this front wheel up. Anyways, I put my mind to it, and in 30 days, I was catching balance point. 4 days after that, I was scraping the tail. I'll drop a clip in here just in case people think that I'm making this up. But in 30 days, it can be done. Now, it is not for the softies, man. It's really hard. Like, it's not hard because I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you the steps, but you need to ride the hell out of the bike, all right, and focus your energy where it needs to be focused. A lot of guys, they have a lot of seat time, but they don't have the results to match that, especially when it comes to wheeling. I know guys riding for 20 years and can't control their front wheel when it comes up. So that doesn't equal anything about wheeling. Wheeling is its own skill, and it's a whole nother level of control over the bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it down to you, man. In 30 days, this is how you would get there. Now keep in mind, this is not for a complete beginner rider, okay? Like I said, you can be riding for 20 years, but don't know what to do when that front wheel lifts up. So this is not for brand new riders. No, you should have experience riding, but you could be new at wheeling. All right. Personally, I came off of a background riding dirt bikes, but I had no experience on the street. I had no experience wheeling, and I was still able to accomplish it in 30 days. So this is how you do it. All right. And I'm talking about, this is crazy work ethic. I wouldn't expect, you know, to just go out there and just figure it out in 30 days. Definitely don't want to rush the process, but I'm going to share it for the people that are really hungry. And maybe some of you guys have been already putting in the work, and you just need a little extra boost, a little extra guidance to get you over the finish line. Now, first things first, man, I remember putting in crazy amounts of reps, and for some reason, it was not clicking. Long story short, I thought about it. I'm like, I'm working through everything. I'm like, look, I'm checking everything off the list. I'm like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I'm putting in the work, I'm putting in the seat time. I'm doing everything that my mentors are telling me, and it's still not clicking. Then I realized, well, I can't really reach my foot brake. I'm struggling to reach it. I went home, I made the adjustment, I went back to the parking lot, boom, I was holding balance point. So long story short, man, your bike wants to be set up properly. Okay, that could be like the the big thing, determining whether you can do it or not. Minor tweak in how your bike is set up. The rear brake should be very easy to access. You should not be reaching for it or struggling. A lot of guys, I'm realizing, they don't use their rear brake because it's out of reach. It's out of reach. So like, they didn't have a chance before they even got started. A lot of guys just rely heavily dependent on that front brake. And the rear brake, it's like it doesn't even matter. And it's like kind of passed around throughout the motorcycle community that the rear brake isn't important. like, why would they put it on the bike? Why would they have a front brake and a rear brake if you didn't need it? It's like saying, oh, my right leg is important, but my left leg isn't that important. No, you need both. They're both equally important. Learn how to use them. All right, it will change your whole ride. You know what I mean? I mean, literally, the only reason I have control is because I spent time mastering the rear brake. That's the only separation. If 99% of riders only use the front brake, they can't wheelie, they don't have control, they're afraid when the front wheel comes up, and they stuck on the front brake and thinking the rear brake is not important, wouldn't it make sense to not follow the crowd and start putting more effort into mastering the rear brake? I mean, that's the big separation. I would 12 o'clock this bike like nobody's business. This is 1,000 cc's. You know what I mean? Like effortless. Muscle memory on that foot brake. So you want to practice like crazy amounts, all right? Crazy. I was riding crazy amounts. Morning session, evening session. I would ride till I was completely gassed out. Like I'm tired. Like I can't ride no more. Like I'm sick of this bike. I need to get off the bike. Wheeling, clutch up after clutch up after clutch up after clutch up. Go home, recharge, get, my energy back, and then get back on the bike. All right. So it's almost like if I was to, go to the gym, a lot of guys that have very good bodies, very good physiques, they train twice a day, and it's pretty normal. AM session, PM session. 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night. Before work, after work. When you're really serious about something and you're dialed in, it's not that much work. But like I said, most people don't even make it to the gym. You know what I mean? But, the people that have the work ethic, they do it and they get amazing results. So that's one key that really separated me. I was probably putting in like 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours at night, maybe even 4. And then whenever I got the itch to go ride, I was practicing. I wanted it so bad. You got to want it. That's another thing. So put that on the checklist. You got to want it so bad. You got to be thinking about it so much. Like that's all you think about. Like when can I ride next? When can I ride next? That's how you should be thinking. When you're riding, you're practicing, that's one thing. When you're not riding the bike, you should still be practicing, meaning mentally rehearsing. In your mind, you should be visualizing it. You should be doing the hand motions, acting like you popping the clutch, doing the perfect wheelie. Like you need to eat, sleep, breathe, and obsess over it. It needs to be an obsession. If you want to get this in 30 days, you're going through a training arc, and it's very intense focus for a short amount of time. Like a month ain't that long if you really think about it. Now, once you develop the skill, you don't gotta obsess so much, because like I don't gotta ride, you know what I'm saying? But the muscle memory is already built because I did do that period of time of extreme focus. A lot of guys, they never reach the goal because they don't do that period of extreme focus. It's like they you need an amount of focus that's intense enough to actually make change. If the focus is very dull and it's weak, you're not going to have your breakthrough. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's techniques, popping the clutch, giving the gas. You guys know that stuff already. Like, this is not a beginner's video. This is like a video for someone that is an elite rider, and they need help getting that, getting through the transition. So bike setup, the rear brake, the focus, AM, PM sessions. You need to get around guys that are really good. You need to get around guys that are better than you. All right, you got to humble yourself. That was the number one thing that I did. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew one thing. Hey, who's the best? I'm going straight to the best. Whoever it is, hey, yo, can I ride with you? Please. Whenever you go ride, can I please ride with you? I'm always asking questions. I'm asking so many questions. And, just being around them and riding with them you will pick up little things that will never come up in conversation. Like you only will pick these things up by being in the field, being, like really being there. Like these minor details that no one ever talks about, that never come up in conversation. So that really accelerates your growth, and even like just the encouragement. When someone sees you really trying, it's like they want to help you. Imagine if you break down in your car and you just sit there. Like, people won't really stop. But if you get out of your car and you start pushing the car by yourself, watch how many people get out their cars and start pushing with you. So it's that type of thing, man. Like, you get an extra boost from those around you when they see you putting in the work. So you can feed off that energy. All of these things in combination that I'm telling you can get you holding balance point in 30 days. Now listen, I'm about to cut it short because you see we running out of light. But if you want more step-by-step I'm talking about every nitty-gritty detail that people never talk about. All right, I'm pretty sure like you haven't heard a lot of the things that I mentioned in this video because people just don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they get different results. I'm on 1,000 cc's in the mountains. This is where I Wheelie at. And, I want to help you guys get to the next level because guess what? I see you putting in the work. You know what I mean? But I definitely believe I can help you get there a little bit quicker and a little bit safer because I've already been down the road. So click the link in the bio, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments so I can talk about them in the next video, man. Peace.